believe it. Cannot believe I cannot find the other package. Can't believe I can't find this other package. I wouldn't have thrown this away. Can't return the other carton without that. I have no desire to have the fucking cartons. I looked everywhere. Took all my boxes, took all my bubble wrap out of the closet. I did all the bubble wrap because there's so much crap. I don't get it. I just don't get what happened to that. Makes no sense. I mean, I'll throw my stuff again, but I already went through it. Go through all my receipts again. I have a whole suitcase full of receipts. I want to return that makeup to CVS too. Tomorrow's the last day to do that, but I can. With the receipt. I can return it without a receipt, but I paid full price for it. If it's gone on sale anytime during the last couple months since I bought it, I'll only get the sale price. Goji berries only have 12 calories per ounce, 24 calories per quarter cup. Compare that to goji berries that have 100 per quarter cup and golden berries that have 80 per quarter cup. I don't know why goji berry, I know my mulberries only have 12 calories per 1 ounce. I don't know why they're so low in calories. Goji berries and golden berries are not. They have 80 and 100 calories per 2 ounces. Huge difference between 24 calories per 2 ounces and 80 or 100 calories per 2 ounces. Huge difference. I checked behind my bureau for the other one of these. The packaging, I checked in my closet everywhere. I checked all my boxes. I don't get it. Check all the boxes again. Tell the truth about my height and my weight, because I've always hated it that people don't, like, you know, celebrities, they don't, like, I was just reading about Kate Upton today, you know, and there's controversy because people think she's too heavy to be like a model or whatever, but the thing that I can't stand is you can look at certain things, and I can't stand photoshopping, because you can look at certain things and you can see, okay, that's what this person looks like, and then they photoshop the hell out of other pictures. And then people get mad because they're trying to say that Kate Upton is a size 2. Yeah, I don't really think she's a size 2. But, you know, they all lie. They all lie. And because I've always couldn't stand how I knew that they were lying. I'd read one thing one place and one thing another. I tell the total 100% truth. I'm 5'9.5" in bare feet. And 2 days ago, no, 2 days ago or yesterday. No, 2 days ago. I weighed 162.6. I really don't think Kate, I'm looking at her, she can't be a size 2 and 5'10" and size 2, I don't think so. Models that are in size 2 and are that tall are super, super skinny, and she is not even remotely super, super, super skinny. I never search out these things. They pop up when I'm going to other sites, and then I feel compelled to read them. I think Photoshop is the most ridiculous thing, though. People are bitching that Kate Upton seems heavy, like, whatever. But then the magazines just Photoshop her to look, you know, it's just ridiculous. And they're complaining just because it doesn't make sense to them. They feel like she should be considered a plus size model, or she's too heavy to be whatever. Personally, I think she's dropped it gorgeous. Her body's not proportioned, but she's dropped dead gorgeous. But I agree with people who say the photoshopping is just ridiculous. If ever, these magazines even Photoshop weight away, and they put tone curves where there are none, and it's just ridiculous. At least any of my male fans watching me, I'm all real and I'm not photoshopped, and I give my true height and my true weight. The thing that amuses me the most is people always, for any of these stars, they bitch. They say they can't be that, they can't be what they're saying, because there's always comments, right? So I'm reading this one thing where they say that she's 130, and someone said they said she was a size 2. There's no way she's a size 2. But then you go to ask.com, and I guess they're guessing, but they're saying what they really think, and they said she's 5'10" and 140. They said she's 148 to 158, and then she's in a size 8. That's not what she says or what other people post about her, but that's what ask.com says. I don't know, to me it was always bullshit. I'd go to one site and I'd see a star listed as 1 height, and I'd go to another site, see it listed as 1 inch taller, and I'd go to another site, see inch taller, just... So, I tell the truth. 100% the truth. That is what I'm all about. Truth. The truth, and getting to the bottom of things, getting to the bottom of what's true, except a lot of times you can't. Unfortunately. I want to know, as an example, I want to know why mental illness has to exist at all. And people will say, well, there's physical illness, Laura. Yeah. But with maybe the rare exception of physical illness will never cause you to try to harm or kill somebody you love more than life itself. Like my mom did to me when I was 23, okay? A physical illness doesn't have they don't have the stigma that mental illness has on it. Don't understand why there has to be mental illness at all. I always say it with rare exceptions, because there probably is some physical illness that I'm unaware of that could cause you to, I don't know, maybe syphilis or something could cause you to lose your mind and try to harm somebody. But for the most part, physical illnesses do not cause you to lose your mind and try to harm somebody you love. Mental illness terrifies me. Of course it does. I've been chased by it for practically my entire life. When you have my kind of depth and sensitivity and intelligence, I'm sure there's plenty of people out there who had parents who were mentally ill, and they weren't constantly thinking, oh, it could happen to me, and plagued by it and whatnot. You have to have my kind of sensitivity and depth and awareness to feel that way. I saw on the news yesterday this African-American 28-year-old teacher. Usually it's not it's usually, I mean, from what I've seen, whenever these cases come up, they're usually the white people, but whatever. It's an African-American 28-year-old teacher, no priors, no history of being in jail, nothing, untarnished record. And now he's admitted to engaging in trafficking in child pornography and even setting up a camera to videotape little kids changing. And his brothers, see, remember he admitted it, so there's no, he has family, and his brother said, well, he's our brother, we have to stick by him, but it's disgusting. Of course, see, when there's doubt, when you could say, oh, well, he's innocent until proven guilty, then they could be whatever, but since he's confessed, they have to be like, you know, he's family, he's our brother, but then it's just horrible, you know. They're like, yeah, well, nobody knew, nobody would have suspected. Is what he has, is that mental illness too? I don't know. What do I know? I can say anything's a mental illness. All I know is for sure is my mother in her right frame of mind would never have tried to harm me. Ever, ever, ever. Like she did when I was in my 20s. And when I'm drunk and dancing like a mad woman possessed, or when a man is doing certain things to me, you know, then I can escape. I can escape from the thought, the being plagued by this shadow behind me, this shadow of, you know, whatever you want to call it. Or, of course, when I'm sound asleep, unconscious, you know, when I'm not thinking about anything. It's the only time I have peace. Your Omar, he provokes my roommate's dog. You think, like, I was bullied as a kid, but I know you don't have to believe me, but I didn't do anything to deserve that. I stood out because I was different. I was taller than all the boys, all the girls, and I had the blonde hair. You know, I didn't do anything, but Omar does. He instigates my roommate's dog. My roommate's dog wants to be left alone, and Omar goes after his balls. You know, he won't leave him alone. I yell at him. I'm like, You know what, Omar, you deserve what you get. Leave him alone. Even when last night they wouldn't stop, because Omar wouldn't stop instigating, you know. And then if my roommate's dog starts humping, I might stop him, but I'm thinking, God, Omar, you bring it upon yourself. Believe me, I say to Omar, leave Bones alone. As often as I say to Bones, leave Omar alone, Omar's just a little brat. I wasn't. People just wanted to hurt me. Case in point, when I was 9, brand new boy came to our school, didn't know me from Adam, didn't know me from shit, brand new kid. But he'd heard the end thing was to hurt me, and he could have really hurt me. He, for no reason at all, threw a big rock about that big at my head. And then because the teachers and whatnot at school and principal, who knows, and guidance, whatever, were not taking this seriously, I got pissed and I just took off from school and walked home a couple miles. And what do you think happened? I was the one. It was like they couldn't believe I'd done that. They should be more upset about the kid, the new kid at school throwing the big giant rock at my head, and they weren't. They were horrified that I had the audacity to just leave the school grounds and walk home. And the reason I did that is because they weren't even concerned. They weren't even taking it seriously. He'd thrown it directly at my head for no reason. Oh, he's brand new. It was his first day. I was probably smarter than a lot of those. Oh, no, that's arrogant, but I probably was smarter than some of my teachers or guidance counselors or principals, They didn't even fucking care. The kid had thrown the big rock in my head, so I took off. See, I was a rebel even back then. They should care more that kid had thrown that big rock in my head than that I took off from school. Because I was infuriated that they were being blasé about what had happened to me, so I left. You can flash forward to now. There's so much more to worry about in this world than if I like to show off my body or something, wear shorts or short skirts or whatnot, Who the fuck cares? Just like back then, they should have been much more. They acted like they couldn't believe that I had. Of course, the officer came to my home and took me back to school. I showed them, didn't I? I took off from school and walked home a couple miles. And that was because I'm sitting here and they're like acting like it was no big deal that this fucking new kid at school, his first day, had thrown this big rock in my head.